Meet Polar, the blue Australian shepherd, a sight to see. Loved and spoiled, the princess, that's just Polar and me. Your pretty blue Australian shepherd, a sight to see. Love and spoiled, the princess, that's just you, Polar and the family. Your coat is blue, your eyes are bright. You shine so bold, like a star in the night. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're such a delight. Wiggle, 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 butt, shining with all your might. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're a precious sight. Wiggle, 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 butt, our dear Polar shining bright. You hand me your paws to shape them so fine. A gentle gesture that's simply divine. And when it comes to treats, you've got a special flair. Mint candies, your favorite, beyond compare. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're such a delight. Wiggle, 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 butt, shining with all your might. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're a precious sight. Wiggle, 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 butt, our dear Polar shining bright. You don't belong to me, but to Marlene, my daughter, I love you too. But you, little one, love everyone in sight, including Melanie, Marlene's big sister, shining bright. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're such a delight. Wiggle, 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 butt, shining with all your might. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're a precious sight. Wiggle, 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 butt, our dear Polar shining bright. You push my hand with your nose, saying pet me now. A loving command that I couldn't help but allow. You're a bundle of joy with a heart that's pure and bright. Forever in our hearts, our shining Polar light. You're a precious part of our family, a treasure so rare. A loving companion with a heart that's fair and square. You bring us joy, you bring us cheer. Forever in our hearts, our dear Polar, we hold you dear. You get along with the cats, Cheddar and Callie and Sunny. And you don't mind the parrot Sunshine. And you'll love to play with Dallas, the German Shepherd, and Evie, the mixed breed. You don't mess with the 7 parakeets or the 3 cockatails or the 6 finches. You're such a good girl, wiggle butt Polar. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're a sweet delight. Wiggle, 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 butt, shining with all your might. You're a sweet blue Australian shepherd with a heart of gold. You love to play, you love to cuddle, you're a joy to behold. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're such a delight. Wiggle, 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 butt, shining with all your might. Wiggle, 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 butt, you're a precious sight. Wiggle, 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 butt, our dear Polar shining bright. Enjoy black leather, Mom.